Hello my awesome people, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be about trauma, as you can tell from the title already. We are going to be talking about the validity of trauma specifically. Before I get into the heaviness of the video, I would just like to note that obviously I'm going to be talking about trauma, I'm going to be talking about traumatic things, which could include things like rape, murder, robbery, anything that could be traumatic. So if you can't handle that, don't watch this video. Totally understand. If you can't handle that right now, totally understandable. I'm not judging you. It's totally fine. Just go maybe watch my Lush haul or another one of my videos that you prefer. I've got some kind of comedy ones that you can check out if you would like. Anyway, now that we're done with kind of that, I have my notes right here because I forget things. PTSD. Anyway, just would like to start this out by saying all trauma is valid. Period. No matter how big or small it is, it doesn't matter. It's all valid. Completely. And what I mean when I say these kind of things is that it doesn't matter what has happened to you, whether it's a fall, a robbery, a car crash, whether you have been a victim of sexual abuse, domestic abuse, suicide attempt, witnessed maybe a murder even. It doesn't really matter. It's all still valid. It affected you. It causes you pain. It caused you harm. It messed with your brain, how you think about things, especially if it's something that happened when you were a child. It may have affected you more than it may have affected others who may have been in the same kind of situation, or it may have affected you less. It doesn't matter. The differences in that don't matter. What matters is that you were hurt by it. You still may be hurt by it. You still feel that pain. It still affected the way that your brain works. It doesn't matter how insignificant it may have seemed. That pain still matters. It still mattered to you. And that's kind of the whole thing about the whole your feelings are valid. Is that with pain and trauma, there is no hierarchy. There is no ranking system. That no matter what happened, yeah, it could have been worse. But it could have been worse for the person who got murdered. It could have been worse for the person who got raped. It could have always been worse. There is no, like, one person who has the worst life in the entire world. Because it happens to a lot of people. Situations are different. That's just kind of how these things work, unfortunately. It's one of those things that's a vicious, never-ending cycle. It could have been worse for me. Oh, it could have been worse for them. It could have been worse for them. It could have been worse for this. And it just keeps going and going and going. Until we stop it with recognizing the fact that our trauma, not just yours, not just mine, anyone's trauma is all valid. That's the only way to stop it. Because the cycle is just a cycle that's meant to excuse what happened to you. What happened to me. What happened to anybody. Is that it's just a way to make it so you let it go. Oh, it could have been worse. But that doesn't help anybody by saying that. Unless, of course, you're saying it for yourself and that does somehow help you. I can't tell you what to do, or how you feel, but I just want to be here to let you know that you're valid. Because I know that this is something that I've been struggling with too. And that another thing is that you don't have to be grateful that it wasn't worse. You don't have to be grateful that it didn't end a certain way or that you didn't come out more affected than you did. Your pain is still your pain. Pain is valid. Pain is relative. What hurts me may not hurt other people. What hurts you may not hurt me. It's all very a personal thing, and especially with trauma is that all of it is extremely personal, and to compare these things is like comparing apples and oranges. I know it's an overused phrase, but it's overused for a reason. But most importantly is that you are allowed to be unhappy about the situation that happened to you. You are allowed to be unhappy in the situation that you are in. You are allowed to feel pain. You are allowed to be in pain and to feel that pain. You are allowed to feel. Your feelings are valid. It doesn't matter who you are or what position you're in or your class, your gender, your race, your sexuality, rich or poor. It doesn't matter. These things can happen to anybody at any time. And it's important that we be there for each other, because not everyone has the guts to speak about it on YouTube of all places. Not everyone has the guts to talk about it on Facebook. Not everyone has the guts to talk about it on social media, let alone at all. That's why I make these videos, because I wish someone would have been there for me. And that's why these things are so important. So if anything that you take from this video, I want you to know that your feelings are valid and your trauma is valid. No matter how big or small it may seem to you or anybody else. Well, that was heavy. I have more funny videos if you're into that whole thing, or if you want more serious videos like these, I have more pull-up chairs. You don't have to be in a chair to watch them. But if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and also YouTube has this whole thing now where you have to hit the bell icon to like get notifications for my posts, so do that too if you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!